little something different tonight. Oh boy, I have no idea what I'm getting myself into. We're slightly skewed. Let's fix that. Whoop. There we go. Alright. Holding down the control button plus the arrow keys allows you to attack opponents. Oh my. Look before you leap. Help screen can be helpful, or better yet, read the manual. I don't have a manual. Friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Great tips. Okay. Activates act. Okay. Alright, combining. Very traditional. Point and click. Oh man. This is gonna be great. A record player. A paper doll by the Mills Brothers sits on a turntable. Obviously some fat high school girl left in there. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wow. This is a game from a different time. Okay. Bookshelf. Handful of faded hardbacks litter the lower shelf. A pair of plastic binoculars with the lenses melted to the table. Oh, good. An empty acne medicine container. Recently watered plastic plant. Okay. One of your typical wall clocks. Broken propeller. Hastily glued. A photo of a beautiful girl blonde at about 17 years old. Mattress is speckled with odd stains. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, that's as far as we can go. Okay. An official Dust Bowl basketball. Autographed by JPF. Cheap folding chair. 7 flannel shirts accompanied with matching blue jeans are hanging neatly in the closet. Dresser drawer is unlocked. Okay. What's in it? Sweet shades. As of yet, the future isn't so bright. 25-cent piece dated 1952. Can we take it? Yes. About a pen. 2 marks are visible at the end of this ballpoint pen. Let's take it. Okay, so does this have a save feature? Lovely. What's in the trash? So clean you could eat from it. Okay. I don't think there's much else in here.
What?
Who are you?
Leave me alone, Steve, or I'll tell Mom on you.
Oh god, this is loud. Lower this some more. Okay. Steve?
Steve, are you talking to me?
Yeah, only I don't want to be, because I'm trying to watch my cowboy show.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm telling you, I need your help.
Oh.
I've lost my memory.
Have not. Cut it out.
I'm telling you the truth.
Believe me.
Wise word, kidder Steve. Leave me alone. I'm sick.
You're sick?
What's wrong with you?
I got a headache and a stomachache.
Then why aren't you in bed?
'Cause I want to watch my cowboy show.
You look all right to me.
Cowboy show.
I'm not faking. I couldn't go to school because I'm sick. Daddy's sick in bed too. And Mom believes me anyway. So shut up.
Okay. What's the show?
Have you noticed that your show is in black and white?
What else? Color? On a TV?
Well, I think I've seen a colored television before.
Have not. Quit it or I'm gonna tell.
Hey, look at that. Your mother lets you watch this stuff?
Oh my gosh.
Sure. This is part of history. What made America great.
Whoa.
And besides, blood and guts are needed.
Dang.
Well, you can't stop me, so let me alone. Or else.
Or else. Oh,
Your
Dad.
dad is asleep?
He and Mom went at it last night pretty hard. He stayed in bed.
Oh
I
gosh.
saw what she did to him. It was pretty bad.
What did she...
Like you don't know. I saw you and her on the couch last Wednesday night.
Uh-oh.
Guess that's why she's grounded now. Huh. Too bad you wouldn't pay me and I had to tell. Huh.
What are you talking about? What girl?
What? Is there another one too? Wait till I tell.
This kid's a snitch.
I don't know what girl you're talking about.
All summer it's been Stephanie this and Stephanie that. And now you don't remember? You think I'm dumb or something?
No, I just can't remember anything, like I said.
Well, you better remember quick, 'cause the wedding's in 2 weeks.
What?
What?
Leave me alone so I can watch TV.
Wedding?
I said I don't want to talk about her anymore.
That's a weird-looking television. Come to think of it, this whole place looks totally retro.
What do you mean retro? All TVs look alike.
Sure, basically. But this is one old-fashioned clunker.
Old-fashioned? It's brand new.
Yeah, but look at the tube. Where's the remote control?
What's that?
Now that I think about it, I can't remember.
Cutscenes.
And what was that you said about retro rockets?
No, retro. It means... Oh man, I know what I mean. That everything here is wrong. But I can't picture the difference.
Been
Then
teleported.
shut up and
Get
quit
back in time.
bugging. I'm watching my cowboy show.
Damn.
Have you noticed that your show...
Oh,
What?
we already saw this.
Hey, look at...
Shh, what made this? I'm glad you're catching on, Steve. You're not too bad
For a lousy rat. Bye.
Good. Fine on.
Kid's a prick. Made of paper mache. Okay. Kitchen window. Yep. Pendulum-driven cuckoo clock. But the cuckoo oddly absent. Fine bone china. Gleams from the mahogany shelves. Huh. A lot of fire extinguishers in this house. A box full of newspapers. Coloring book. Range Rider. Old-fashioned console TV. Okay. Well, we got a door there and kitchen. Knives gleam wickedly in the antiseptic glow. Fireman Sparky's super foamy fire extinguisher. What does this say? Expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. Something, them, something. I can't quite see it. Cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. Oh, lovely. Baby crib. Newborn sleeping soundly. Cookies are hot out of the oven. Picturesque. Cookies are baking. And freshly baked cookies are in the trash.
Well, hello there. How about some cookies? There's plenty of rejects in the trash.
Who are you?
That's a fine way to talk to your mother.
You're my mother?
That's right. Though sometimes I get treated like the hired help around here.
Oh my goodness.
I don't remember you.
Of course you don't. Until you need your socks washed.
No, you don't understand. I can't remember where I am or even who I am.
Land's sake, stop your joshing, won't you? Honestly, Steve, I thought you'd grow up a little after graduation. I only hope that new job will plant your feet on the ground.
So that's my name. Steve.
Steve, yeah.
Your name will be M.U.D. Mud if you don't stop teasing me, young man.
Listen, this may sound strange, but I've lost my memory. Do you believe me?
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious.
Sure, and next you'll be telling me you don't remember Hank and your little sister.
Hank's the snitch in the other room?
Hank. That kid over by the television?
Your little brother is homesick from school today, and I won't have you scaring him with this amnesia poop.
Is he really sick?
Look at the show he's watching. Wouldn't you say he's sick? I'd make him stop, but oh, I'm so busy baking cookies for the Harvest PTA charity bake sale. It's on Friday, you know. I hope you're still planning on going.
I don't know. I need to think.
Honestly, skipping out of a charity affair. What's gotten into you?
I don't know, damn it. That's what I'm telling you.
Don't you dare use that language around me. You're lucky your father didn't hear you. Or Stephanie, for that matter. How do you think she'd feel knowing her fiancé was a...
He is getting married. Fiance.
Fiancé? This is insane.
Oh, you're not having second thoughts about marrying Stephanie? Is that what this silliness is all about? Pre-wedding jitters?
Can something like that produce amnesia?
Stop this foolishness right now and count your blessings. Stephanie is great at cooking and cleaning.
Oh, that's all it takes, apparently.
And just who is Stephanie?
Don't you dare toy with that sweet girl. If you start in on her with all this amnesia poop, she'll think her fiancé is having second thoughts about the wedding.
The wedding?
Look, all this talk about weddings is nuts. I'm not marrying anybody till I figure out what's going on here.
First the heartbreak of psoriasis, and now this.
No.
2 weeks before the wedding and you're backing out. Whatever will the neighbors think?
Oh, the
Can't
neighbors.
marry someone I don't even know.
Fine, have it your way, but leave me out of it. If you're going to break Stephanie's heart, you march right next door and do
Next
it
door?
yourself.
She's the girl
And
next
don't
door.
expect me to write you a note.
Can we talk about sister?
Sister?
Shh, you'll wake her. I just put her down to sleep. If she wakes up, she'll just want to eat again.
Oh no.
Darn it, I'm busy, and if you think I'm going to play along with this nonsense, you're crazier than Sparky down at the firehouse.
Fine. Maybe I am crazy. I can't rule that out. Why can't you just help me a little? Is that too much to ask?
Now you've done it. Are you happy? Poor babe.
Poor baby.
There. Did your brother scare you? Let me see.
Off center again. Oh, nice! Slap that
Darn
baby.
that wasp woman. She's a monster. That's what she is.
Oh, okay. We're just gonna play it with it in the left side of the screen then. I'm not gonna adjust every one of these cutscenes. All right, tell me about these cookies.
The bake sale is on Friday, and yet you're baking the cookies now.
Never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
Oh man.
But they'll be stale by then.
That's why I'm throwing them away.
What?
And then cooking more?
To replace the ones I throw out.
Why?
Well, I have to. No one's going to pay to eat stale cookies out of the garbage can.
What is
But
this?
you expect me to.
Of course not, Steve. I wouldn't charge you. I'm your mother. Help yourself.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will. The whole thing has been organized by the lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the lodge.
The lodge.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
Most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know I want it. Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership?
Sure, why not?
That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest.
Great.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
Yes, you are. You mentioned Sparky.
Who's Sparky?
Who cares about that prancing, fire hydrant squatting sissy boy right now? Your sister's eating a tarantula and you're still fooling around.
If she's my sister.
Enough! Go bother Hank or Stephanie, why don't you? I'm trying to bake cookies.
Oh my. Who's Hank?
Hank. That
Oh.
kid.
Your little...
Is
Yep.
Look at
Okay,
this
Hank's the
Don't-
kid.
odd.
I don't know.
Don't you...
Yep. Let's see. Father.
My father.
He's in the other room. He decided to sleep in today. Now please, let me get back to my cookies.
Wasp woman.
Wasp woman.
Tetsuya Crumb is going to hear about this.
Tetsuya
I want you to
Crumb.
go to her house right now and give her a piece of my mind.
I don't know where she lives.
Honestly, you can't miss a house covered with paper nests. Steve, you tell her to mind her own beeswax or by golly, I'll take it up with the
Is she gonna be an
PTA
actual
or the
wasp?
lodge.
PTA.
What's the PTA got to do with anything?
Show some respect, Steve. The PTA has a lot of clout in Harvest. We run the charity bake sale, the annual
Clout
blood drive,
chasers.
and by gosh, we even have ties to the lodge.
Blood drive.
Annual blood drive, huh?
If you knew how much blood we get, you'd be more impressed. Donations are mandatory, Steve.
Oh.
If you're still here come Sunday, you'll be expected to give.
Until it hurts, I suppose.
Until it hurts. Even Hank will have to donate. Of course, lodge members are exempt.
Oh, we gotta become a lodge
Remember
member.
that.
Hey,
Or they take my
either
blood.
way, no one's sticking me with the needle.
We don't use needles.
Excuse me? Charity bake sale.
What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into harvest.
We already
Kind
saw
of a
this.
specific.
You have to pay attention.
I don't.
You will.
Tell me more about this bake.
As I told you,
Yeah.
Why is that the...
We saw
it's
this
not
already.
a problem.
Okay. Bye.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
We know how he gets, that's right. Can we take some of these stale cookies? Nope. Let's leave. That's off-putting. Let's get the newspapers in. Let's examine inventory then. Newspaper, quarter, and a pen. Jimmy James. A Day-Glow Lima space disc stuck on the roof.
Hey, Steve, I'm Jimmy James. Remember me?
No.
I guess not.
Hey, how come you haven't been putting the paper out for me in the morning?
I don't remember.
Yeah? Well, try to remember, will ya? How'd you expect
Damn.
a working Joe to make an honest living? You don't put the paper out, I'm out of a job.
So what? You don't get paid for picking up papers anyway.
The Sentinel building burnt down. What the heck else am I supposed to do? Listen, start putting that paper out and everything will be Jake, okay?
Jake.
That's all I want. That and a pair of sneakers. Walking this route every day has worn holes in mine. Say, you got any spare sneakers?
Nope.
Oh, gee whiz. Look, if you find any, I'd be willing to trade you for them. Something really neato. Think about it. See you later, alligator.
Hold on, kid. I got a paper for you. Here you go.
Hey, Steve. You've been doing a swell job putting the paper out in the morning. You just keep doing that and we won't have any problems. That's not much to ask, is it?
No, not really.
See you later, alligator.
Okay, guess we're not talking. Full of junk mail, bills, and bake flyer sales. What, bake flyer sales? Boy, my dyslexia is going full tilt tonight. Security bars fastened to the window with a Phillips head screw. Wonder if that's going to be relevant. An Army surplus air conditioner. Steel barbs, wrench signals from the naked air. High voltage power lines bathe your home in a wholesome old-fashioned electromagnetic field. You can feel their humming in your dreams. Okay, let's leave. Let's see. Abandoned house. Meat plant. School, TV station. Edna's Diner, police station, newspaper building, fire station, L, mortuary, cemetery, Johnson residence, abandoned house, Potsdam residence, general store, post office, barber shop, missile base, of course, Middle America, and the lodge. Okay. Well, we gotta go talk to the wasp woman. Go check out this abandoned house. And we'll save. A lot of wasps. It's the perfect nesting ground for wasps. Attic window is the perfect nesting ground for wasps. What isn't the perfect nesting ground? Everything's a perfect place for wasps. Okay. Guess we're not doing anything here. Potsdam residence. Is this where Stephanie lives? Garage needs a new paint job. Yeah, it does. Oh, hello, Mr. Potsdam.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh?
I came over to see Stephanie.
Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
Meat?
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. kind of makes up for not getting into the lodge.
He's a reject.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do with.
All about the meat.
Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application.
Okay.
They're always looking for new blood.
Talk to me about this marriage.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor.
Oh, lovely.
Since I'm not a member of the lodge. Mr. Moynihan has given his okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
What about the lodge?
Why are you so anxious?
Oh, wait, no, we just asked that, didn't we?
Wonder.
Yeah. It's all about the meat. Stephanie. Why is she grounded?
Well, don't look at me. Mrs. Potsdam wants Stephanie to study hard for her finals. If it was up to me, you could go straight upstairs, but you know, the little woman, you'll have to ask her permission to see Stephanie.
Okay.
Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake.
Meat.
You will remind your dad about the meat,
Meat.
won't you?
Did we ask him about meat?
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know.
But the meat?
That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat?
The meat?
Especially about the meat.
All
Yeah,
about the meat?
fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right?
Slaughterhouse.
I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, I think it might be cool.
Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed into the gutter.
Oh, the hell was that?
With meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Okay. Did you say anything specific about the post office?
Stop mumbling, Steve. I can't understand you at all.
Okay. Then never mind. Man of the house squeezing his meat. Almost made of leather. Polyester. Stained after use of profuse sweating. There's a coffee stain on that. Empty shelves are a testament to the household's rigorous intellectual standards. Giant mutant asparagus. Oh. Ashtray. Shaped like a particular human organ which shall remain nameless. A funerary urn. Okay. Well then let's go to the kitchen. Miss Potsdam. Minty fresh look and scent. The icebox is locked. Yep. Keeps the place clean. Bushes are preventing it from opening. Oh. Plastic plant with freshly watered soil. Along with little styrofoam balls.
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today?
She does look like his mom. I'd like to see what's her name, Stephanie.
Well, Stephanie is grounded, Steve.
Why?
I'm sure I don't know. Mr. Potson has sent her to her room, and in her room she'll stay until Mr. Potson says otherwise. Probably until the wedding.
The wedding.
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's funeral parlor.
Say what?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it. Thanks to Mr. Potsdam.
Oh boy, Mr. Potsdam.
You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love, rather than over at Moynihan's place.
Good.
Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Poston has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
So far, no good, huh?
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you became a member of the order, we could hold the wedding inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
Sure. How about we talk about meat?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Okay, no, you don't want to talk about meat. Did we talk about why she's
Mr.
grounded?
Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family,
This
and
audio's
he
a
doesn't
little
want
loopy.
to risk anything happening at the last minute.
Can I see her?
I don't see any reason why not.
Okay. I think that's as good as anything's gonna get. We can see her.
This charity bake sale. What is it supposed to benefit?
Oh, I dislike talking about gruesome subjects. When you get right down to it, all charity is pretty ugly, isn't it?
I don't follow.
Ask Mr. Moynihan. He's organized this event. In conjunction with the lodge, naturally.
Okay.
Give
think
my
I've-
regards to your parents.
Sure. We're gonna go and see Stephanie then. Hey, she said I can talk to Stephanie.
If it isn't my favorite son.
Stephanie.
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is...
Yep. Well, she said we can. Let's go. Closet. Won't budge. Plant. Shoes. Ceramic baby shoes. Okay. Fake books. Your makeup looks just fine. Made of high-tech topperware. Plaque has had its metal plate removed. Not just smelling chemicals. Okay. Which one's gonna be hers then? Probably the further one. There she is. She has nice taste. At all? Furniture, radiator.
Who are you? What are you doing in my room?
Haven't you heard? We're getting married.
So, you're the one.
She doesn't know
Steve,
either.
Isn't it?
You mean you don't know me?
I mean, I don't know anyone. I don't remember anything. How many times do I have to say it?
Just one, Stephanie, because I can't remember a damn thing either.
Really? Oh God, I thought it was just me.
You're not alone. Can you tell me what's going on here?
Is our audio a little
people
goofed?
downstairs have locked me in my room. They say I'm grounded until the wedding.
Those people?
They claim to be my parents. I can't dispute it because I can't remember for sure one way or the other, but it doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I don't belong here either.
Do you have any idea where you do belong?
No, but I'm fairly sure I don't belong in Harvest.
Yeah. I can't remember anything, but I feel in my heart that the woman downstairs is not my mother. She's like this thing, like a parody, a bad joke with mother as the punchline.
Yeah,
Does that make any sense?
that's perfect.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who sees it that way. I thought I was going crazy.
Join the club. But we can't both be crazy, Stephanie.
Either way, something really weird is going on here. I've got to escape, and so do you. Because in a way, whether you know it or not, I think we're both grounded.
Grounded.
It's been hell. They treat me well, but they won't let me leave this room. Not even to go out in the yard. Not until the wedding.
They won't tell you why?
Each one blames the other for grounding me. They make up different excuses. Different things I did, none of which I remember. So I sit up here, watch the world outside my window, and listen to the noises in the house.
What have you heard?
Every morning, a weird boy comes to the house and picks up the paper. He doesn't deliver the paper. He picks up scrap paper that Miss Potsdam sets out on the porch for him. Some mornings she forgets, and the boy
It's
gets
backwards.
furious. He gives me the creeps.
Anything else you can tell me?
I hear these weird scraping sounds in the bathroom sometimes. Like something is sliding along the wall. Claws, maybe.
Oh boy.
And Mr. Potsdam. I don't like the way my dear daddy looks at me.
Oh
Both of
no.
them are always watching me. Especially him.
He wants the meat.
You don't think they're dangerous, do you?
I think this whole place is dangerous. I think we've got to escape. Before it's too late.
Escape?
Harvest is a prison, Steve. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Of course I'm right.
What about the lodge?
Everything in Harvest seems to revolve around this damned lodge, this Order of the Harvest Moon. They're responsible for this insane bake sale that's coming, and for the Harvest Blood Drive, too. When people talk about the lodge, it's always in this hushed, reverent tone. Mom keeps telling me that women can't join, but she keeps pressuring me to get you to join.
She's not the only one who wants me to sign on with the lodge.
That's probably the worst thing you could do.
You think the lodge is some kind of trap?
I think all of Harvest is a trap.
If that's true, maybe joining the lodge is the way out.
Could be.
Look, why not explore the town a little? I can't get out of here, but if I could, that's what I'd do. Maybe you can figure out what's happening here without going anywhere near the lodge.
Maybe.
You're really afraid of the lodge, aren't you?
I look at that building, all lit up at night, and I get scared.
I mean, look at the damn thing. Seem like a harmless bunch of Masons to you?
Amnesia. Talk
Maybe
about
my amnesia isn't total after all. You're familiar to me. Like we've met before. In another life.
Maybe we really do live here. Maybe we were together, and the same thing happened to both of us. An accident. Something.
Neither of us has bumps on our heads, if that's what you're getting at.
that. True.
Have you been able to remember anything else? I mean, anything at all?
Well, I have had these recurring dreams. Just fragments, really. Strange, abstract images. liquid, chrome.
Probably just a dream.
Well, have you thought about how to escape Harvest?
No, not really.
The wedding is only 3 weeks away. Not much time to get to know each other, is it?
It's not gonna happen.
No,
If it comes down to it, we just won't take the vows.
I don't think anything in Harvest is that simple. Too many people are determined that we get hitched.
Why?
Potsdam wants the meat your father promised him. Your parents want to force you to settle down. Mrs. Potsdam wants to have the wedding in the lodge. Me? I just want to escape.
Okay.
Come
Bye.
back and visit me soon, okay?
Okay. Let's leave. Mention the bathroom. That there was a scraping noise. Bit crooked. Let's fix it. Oh. Steve, you're awful. That's what the scraping noise is. Oh my gosh. Why is she wearing that? Let's not do that again. The medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. She's purty. Covered appears to be toothpaste, pubic hair, and snot. Lovely. She's been using the plastic plant as a... Someone's been using this plastic plant as a toilet. Oh, great. Feels like coarse sandpaper. It'd be painful to wipe. Windows afford a spectacular view of aluminum siding. Wads of used tissues fill this trash can. Some of them stuck to the sides. Great. Towels are stiff. Plastic pots. Thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic and rubber. And the rubber ducky has seen better days. That's disgusting. Okay. We can... That's so terrible. There's a peephole in their daughter's room. Okay, Mr. Potsdam, what the fuck?
If it isn't my
Yeah, bye. You'll get your meat later. Okay, so he mentioned going to the post office to fill out an application for the lodge. Ooh. Packing peanuts assorted colors. Okay. We're going to post office. Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put out the paper for Jimmy. Oh, he threw a rock. Little bastard. Oh boy. Bake sale, bake sale. 3 clocks, 3 times. Yeah, totally different times. A zip code map with the harvest dead center. Blind woman is trying to read her mail. Hello, Postmaster.
Yes?
I need some help, Mr.
Postmaster Boyle, what can I do for you today?
I'd like a lodge application.
Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork.
It won't kill you to make a lousy copy.
It's not the effort, son. It's the principle. We must adhere to our standards. They're all that stand between civilization and chaos. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Tell me about the master, then.
Don't mumble, son.
No?
Can't understand you.
Okay. How about the... Let's just get some conversation going. Bake sale.
Don't mumble, son.
No? Okay. Tell me about the lodge.
I certainly don't wish to discourage you from joining, young man. That's just what you should be striving for. But I can't break the rules for you. You keep trying. You'll get in eventually.
Application.
I certainly don't wish to discourage you.
No. Okay. Well,
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
shoot. Can't do anything here. Oh, let's leave. That's all right. General store. I've got 25 cents. Oh boy, what happened here? Professional break-in. Was too busy working to notice. Harvest bake sale this Friday in the school gym. Yum, creamed asparagus tips, 2 for 49 cents. Something about asparagus in this town. 405 it's frozen at. It's air conditioned. Shoddy old TV missing the VHF knob. Empty barrels that smell like pickles. Okay. Rotting meat. Good. Dead roaches and bits of arid grit coat the water cooler's bone-dry reservoir. Odd items for sale. Succulux Super Suck Vacuum Cleaner. It really sucks. It's an empty meat box. Okay. Mrs. Phelps.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
She knows me.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia. In which case, I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory. In which case, I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
Excuse me?
Don't know. Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
Yeah, sure.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Okay, let's... What do we got? What do we got? Soup cans. Coffee cans. Adult magazine. A wrench. You must pay Miss Phelps before you can buy anything. Cow is bleeding a robust coffee. Okay. Cans of soup or possibly rat poison.
Hello, Steve. Care to buy anything today?
No thanks.
Okay, dear. You check back if you decide there. Come back soon.
Okay. Nothing else to talk about. I've only got 25 cents. I could get the porno, but that's it. Why would I want that? Okay, so general store had nothing. Post office, I can't do anything. Barbershop, sure. Storelli's Barbershop. That's the general store right next to it. Oh, what is with this sheep? Except for its occasional hairball cough, it's hard to tell if the sheep is alive or not. An unfortunate extraterrestrial who journeyed hundreds of light years to wind up mounted on the barber's wall. But this game is lagging. something. It's a picture of Mr. Pastorelli as a young buck. Spaghetti on his mouth and all. So that's Mr. Pastorelli, Mr. Swell, and Mr. Parsons. Is that a pitchfork? Let's talk to Mr. Parsons. Maybe? Maybe? Come on, game.
Hello there, youngster. You say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clam?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
An alarm? What pole?
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clam.
Maybe.
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science.
What kind of alarm?
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough.
What aliens?
Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clam? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know nothing? Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being.
Okay.
They cross the void, wondering what lies beyond, all the time not knowing that what awaits them is buckshot.
What about the barber?
Pastorelli's a funny sort. Foreigner, don't you know? He cuts hair pretty good, but he don't know spit about nothing else. You just ask him to hook up an alarm system if you need convincing.
Okay. What do you know about the lodge?
Danged if I follow you, Steve.
Okay, you don't have anything to talk about then.
Anytime, Steve.
Mr. Pastorelli doesn't respond. He not understanding English. Okay. I don't think we're doing anything else here. Okay, so the abandoned house was the Wasp House. The mortuary, the cemetery. Fire station, police station, newspaper building. A diner, school, and a meat plant. I would think a meat plant would have ties to his father. Oh, good. Bunch of cats. Let's make a save here. Yep, just a bunch of cats. A red brick building with a horrible stench coming from within. Let's go inside. Oh, lovely. Just a bunch of dead cats. Whatever is in these barrels smells extremely bad. Carcasses of several small animals. Hello, Pat O'Reilly.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say. Though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum. Now you're saying you don't remember your pal Pat O'Reilly?
Tell me about the family business.
You may come to realize that this business is not for everybody. Just ask your poor, ill dad. It takes dedication and a strong stomach.
Oh, gosh.
A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of intestine out from my fingernails, I must confess I don't have much appetite for red meat. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and you've got to have it. So when you can do this all day and help yourself to a juicy red steak afterwards, then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher.
Delicious.
Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
What about my dad's illness?
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. You should be thinking about running the family business one day. That, getting into the lodge.
I'm trying to get into the lodge.
Look, I'm not kidding about the amnesia. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you always were such a kidder, Steve.
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
Uh-oh.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need to start behaving like an adult. Especially if you're gonna take over the family business.
Tell me about the lodge. Click. There we go. Lodge.
The Order of the Harvest Moon sponsors a weenie roast on the lodge grounds every summer, which we cater. Though they tend to get their meat elsewhere the rest of the year.
I wonder why.
Heck, the best way to find out is to sign up with them. They're a great organization, Steve. They do wonderful work, just like us butchers. They do what needs to be done and expect nothing in return.
Then how do they support themselves? Membership dues?
From what I hear, the work is its own reward.
I need an application.
Don't read you, Steve.
Okay, never mind. Tell me about the cats.
What's with all the cats? This a slaughterhouse or a kennel?
Oh, them? They eat the scraps, that's all.
That's all.
Yeah, but look at... Isn't there some kind of health department that keeps tabs on these things?
Are you going to work at the health department, Steve? Or here?
Here, of course.
That's good to know. Your father will be very happy if he recovers.
My point was only, you shouldn't allow animals in the food processing area, right?
We don't let them get into the meat. That's unsanitary, and the health department wouldn't stand for it. There's things you don't know about the family business, but you'll learn.
Oh, I'm sure. What else?
Don't read you, Steve.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. How about the bake sale?
Don't read you, Steve.
Okay, I think we're done.
Don't be such a stranger, Steve. And my best to your dad.
The splotch. This used to be a kitty cat. Let's get out of the slaughterhouse. Okay. How about the school? The Memorial Bake Sale. Principal Harrell. Trash can. Chewed gum, mangled love notes, broken ballpoint, oozing blue ink, and wadded Kleenex. Great. Bulletin board riddled with staples. These lockers are riddled with inexplicable stains and dents. Glass protected fire alarm. Drinking fountain that doesn't work. Okay, Mr. Principal Harrell.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her.
Sentinel.
But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harrell, the principal of Gein Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
What does that mean? Oh boy, we got a lot to talk about. Tell me about the Sentinel.
Boy, I sure miss the old newspaper. The sheriff never did investigate that fire properly. Call it a newspaper man's instinct. Though I can't imagine why Sheriff Dwayne would cover up anything.
What?
I mean, the only ones who stood to profit from the newspaper going out of business was the owner of the TV station, and Mr. McKnight had an airtight alibi. Still, if not for the fire, I never would have wound up as principal of Gein Memorial.
Newspaper burned down, okay. Tell me about the school.
Gein Memorial. Sounds like a cemetery or a hospital, not a school.
This institution was named for a great man, whose first name escapes me. He epitomized the great potential within us all, big guy. I hear there's an honorary plaque commemorating him within the lodge.
You hear? What did you mean when you said quality time?
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that.
Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member of society and a fit candidate for the lodge.
Tell me about the lodge.
Big guy, barring some quality time, the greatest gift I can bestow upon you as your former principal is a word of advice. Join the Order of the Harvest Moon at any cost. Within the lodge lies your future, and without, dust.
Big guy, principal, dust.
Oops, you just lost me.
Yeah, I thought so. Why you calling me big guy?
Why do you keep calling me big guy?
A sign of respect, lad. As principal, my station is higher than yours now, but you never know what the future holds, so you should always hedge your bets and pay tribute to your inferiors. You never know who will come to power, or who, even now, wields it behind the scenes. For all I know, you might already be a member of the Order, with access to the lodge. If that were the case, you'd be my superior, and I'd be all that much better off having shown you respect and spent some quality time with you.
I don't like quality time. Oops. Tell me again about principal.
Surely mine is the most important position in Harvest. The ability to mold young minds. That's power. You might think Sheriff Dwayne's the most important man here, big guy. But he only deals with my failures. When I do my job right, the sheriff never sees a thing.
Tell me about the sheriff.
Oops, you just lost me.
Can I spell that correctly?
Oops,
No.
you just lost
No.
me.
Okay. How about the fire?
Oops, you just lost me.
No? Okay, you mentioned love earlier.
Oops, you just lost me.
No. Okay.
Drop in again soon. Adult education is a wonderful thing, as is adult quality time.
That's so creepy. Hold on. I'm gonna Quality time. Okay, let's poke around some more. Oh, okay, I can't go in here. Oh boy. You just walk right into a school? Projector, yes. Stunned and zombified. Rough sketch of the lodge.
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class.
Hello, Stephen.
They're reticent. The educator's gravest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their heads?
I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Oh, dear.
And you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class?
Yeah, I do.
Ask away then.
Corporal punishment, sure.
We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin, but a baseball bat...
Oh my gosh.
That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
Oh my gosh.
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
Whap! She killed this kid?
My stars, that was exciting.
Okay, tell me about Harvest.
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the Order of the Harvest Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
Okay. Tell me about the lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future.
Huh. What was that about an air raid?
We don't follow, do we, class?
No, I guess we don't. Alright.
Stop by anytime, Stephen.
Okay. So she clubs people.
Seeing you here again, one would think you'd never graduated. Nostalgia is a waste of time, big guy. You need to move forward, and if you ask me, the lodge lies firmly in that direction.
Okay, bye.
Drop in again soon.
Yep. Quality time. Let's leave. I don't want to get molested by a principal. Okay, TV station. Edna's Diner. Cemetery, hotel, fire station, police station, newspaper building. Let's go to the TV station then. Oh my goodness. The what? Bit of save. TV station. Too busy drinking and smoking, they ignore me. Silver Tucker with a yellow interior. Can I go in? Oh, this is where they make that show. Corny western backdrop, complete with a cardboard teepee. Fairly primitive form of mind control. No one's operating the cameras.
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve?
Yeah, I guess.
Here you go, then.
What about this TV violence?
Violence? What about it?
Oh, I love it.
What red-blooded American doesn't? Nothing like an exploding head to get the blood pumping. Literally, that is.
Even so, do you think society pays a heavy price for the violence in the media?
Of course they pay a heavy price. Just look at the net profits. They'll line up around the block to see a good slaughter. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
Okay.
Can't talk now, buckaroo.
How about Hank?
Why, you're spouting.
Okay, how about the lodge?
Why, you're spouting.
Okay. Did I get something from you?
Happy trail.
Hey. Cool. All right. Maybe Hank will like that.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Let's leave then. I got an autograph. Okay. Go to the diner. Edna's Diner. Open 24 hours. Buzz of neon. No kidding. A real leather seat. Go inside. Karen, what's going on?
Hi, what's your name?
Karen,
What are you doing?
playing. My mom is working, so I gotta stay out of her hair. Wanna play?
Not now, maybe later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Must have a doll underneath that thing. Drawer. An unlocked drawer. What's in it? Oh. Straight slot screwdriver. Take that. That's it. Okay. Got a screwdriver. Hello, Edna.
Oh, Steve, what are you doing sneaking up on me like that? God.
Mr.
for a second
Johnson.
I thought you were Mr. Johnson. What would you like to order?
Who are you?
Well, you're in Edna's Diner. That ought to be your first clue.
Yeah.
I thought this was DNA's diner.
Very funny. If certain customers would stop pretending to have amnesia and order some food, maybe I could afford to get that sign fixed. Might even be able to buy enough extra letters to spell Fitzpatrick.
I didn't mention
I'm not
amnesia.
pretending.
Now, Steve, faking amnesia won't help anything. If you don't want to marry Stephanie, then don't. But don't play sick, for heaven's sake. I'd expect that from Karen, not an 18-year-old.
What about Karen?
You've met Karen, my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Other than the diner, she's all I have.
Something awful's gonna happen to that kid.
There isn't a nicer girl in Harvest than Stephanie, Steve. You should be grateful that she's promised you her hand.
I don't remember that happening, Edna.
Honestly, you men are so childish. I don't know what it is about marriage that turns even the bravest man into a coward. I was going to marry Karen's father when he
Sheriff
just up
Dwayne.
and ran out on me one night.
Oh, it has one
I
arm.
heard that he joined the lodge. But if he did, I never saw him come out again. Even Sheriff Dwayne wasn't able to find out what happened to
Need
him.
to ask the principal about the sheriff.
Mr. Johnson has a liking for me. I'd call it a crush, but that's too innocent a word. He's a bitter man with too much time on his hands.
Oh boy.
He's never gotten over being rejected by the lodge, and there's something unwholesome in the way he looks at me. I'm always glad when the sheriff comes in every day at noon.
Every day at noon. Tell me about the sheriff.
Sheriff Dwayne is such a dear man. And I don't just say that because he's my most regular customer. Every single day, rain or shine, he comes in here at noon for lunch. Sits in the same spot, too. That's at least an hour every day when I can be sure Mr. Johnson won't show up. You know, it's funny. Dwayne never comes in here with Deputy Loomis, but he frequently dines with Mr. McKnight. You know, the owner of the TV station. Sometimes he comes in with Postmaster Boyle, but somehow I don't think they're friends. Though I see them together a lot, Boyle and the sheriff never act very friendly towards each other. Almost like there's some kind of bond between them besides friendship. Though what it might be, I can't imagine.
Must both be in the lodge.
Maybe Sheriff Dwayne resents the fact that he's never been able to get
Maybe
into the
not.
lodge. So that's not Boyle's fault. He just hands out the applications. He doesn't decide who gets admitted.
What about the lodge?
The lodge is the repository of all wisdom. You should join the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. And soon.
Why? For God's sake, what is it about this place?
The wheat ripens and waits not for the scythe. The farmer who waits too long, it were better that he use the scythe to rip his own stomach out than to stay his scythe when the wheat ripens.
What?
The harvest moon wanes and then comes winter. An empty belly, the body sun's belly, gurgling within or bloody on the ground. What does it benefit a man if he gains his soul and loses the world? You hunger. Feed yourself before it's too late. Oh.
Edna?
Edna?
Steve. What happened?
You went into a trance.
Were we talking about Boyle? Or was it Karen?
You seemed strange there for a minute.
I'm sorry. I'm under a lot of stress. Running this diner all alone. Forgive me.
Sure.
Stop by anytime, Steve.
Okay. I want to go talk to the principal about the sheriff. Talked a lot about him. Oh boy, quality time.
Seeing you here again.
Tell me about the sheriff.
Oops, you just lost me.
No? About Dwayne. Dwayne.
Oops, you just lost me.
You've got nothing for me. Okay, bye.
Drop in again.
Let's go see the sheriff then. Cop ignores you. Oh, it's a W. Could have swore I saw a U in that. Solved cases, an empty file cabinet. Unsolved arson, it's full.
That's the evidence room, where we store items lifted from crime scenes. It's kept locked at all times. There's things in there that could make people jump through hoops, if I wanted.
If he wanted.
That-
Whoops. Unsolved murders, and it's full. Okay, let's get to talking.
Hello, Steve. Let me introduce myself. I'm Sheriff Dwayne.
Oh, it is Dwayne
and this
Dwayne.
here's Loomis.
Pleasure, I reckon.
Then, we haven't met before?
Of course we have. But I heard about your alleged amnesia and figured I'd play along. I sure hope this is just a prank and not the start of some insanity plea. Keep your nose clean or you'll wind up in jail, and that's no place to hold a wedding. I understand you witnessed Miss Whaley's dispensing a little discipline at the school, and she thinks you may be feeling a mite bent about it.
I mind my own business, Sheriff.
That's always the wisest course, boy. Sticking your nose where it doesn't belong can get you in a world of trouble. Especially if you're a gynecologist.
Oh my gosh.
Heck, there isn't a psychiatrist around who'd disagree about what a calm and influence a dent in the head can be. You can't argue with
Oh my
science,
gosh.
Steve. It's bigger than all of us.
Okay. Let's talk about amnesia.
Why do you want to break your poor mama's heart with all this amnesia bunk?
I'm telling you the truth. Why won't anyone believe me?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve.
Yeah, so everybody keeps telling me.
Boy, you need to stop all this funning and get serious. You've got a wedding coming up soon. Heck, you should be thinking about your career and about joining the lodge.
What about the wedding?
Amnesia or no, you can't have forgotten you're about to marry the prettiest little thing in Harvest. I think you and Stephanie are perfect for each other. I just hope her father's disappointment doesn't spoil everything.
Disappointment?
About what?
Mr. Potsdam wants to hold the wedding in the lodge, but he'll never get in. Like all the rest, he's always hanging around the post office the first day of the month, waiting for Boyle to bring out that month's lodge applications. And there's always a long line, never enough applications to go around, and even if you do get an application, chances are you're right out of luck. Fewer are called to the order and even less accepted. And Potsdam, well, they've turned him down so many times, unless he does something radical, he'll never get in.
Okay, tell me about the lunch.
I don't mind telling you, I'd never get anything done if not for the lodge's efforts. To join the Order of the Harvest Moon is the highest dream of everyone in Harvest.
How could I get an application?
Like I said, unless you get an application on the first day of the month, you're generally out of luck. Stop by the post office and talk to Postmaster Boyle. You never know. He might have a spare application laying around.
Tell me about the wedding.
Amnesia or no?
Oh, we already talked about that.
Mr. There's always a lot.
Okay, well, why are we talking about crime?
Crime-wise, nothing much has happened in Harvest since the newspaper fire. Oh, sure. Every week or so, we get the odd transient dropping dead. But other than that, it gets pretty slow around here.
Fire?
Sure. You remember? The Sentinel building burned down about 6 months ago.
That's what I'm telling you, Sheriff. I don't remember anything. Why won't you believe I have amnesia?
Well, you've always been a kidder, Steve. Anyway, the fireman said the fire was caused by arson. I never caught the perp, though.
But we found the gas can that was used. Yes, sirree, Bob.
There's a gas can in
in
there.
the evidence room.
Loomis, that's classified. Darn it.
How many times you gonna have to tell me to keep my mouth shut, I wonder? Sorry, boss.
Ooh, he's a
You've
loose
got the gas can in the evidence room? Did you dust it for prints?
You've been watching too much TV, Steve. Heck, who can make out all those curvy lines anyhow? No, it's sitting in there gathering dust, clean as the day we found it. Just in case I ever need a spare gas can. That case is closed, Steve.
What about your
Loomis
deputy?
here is my deputy. Without him, I'd have a hard time keeping the peace, or at least taking a lunch break. Mainly Loomis answers the phone and babysits the office while I'm out. Though sometimes he likes to go in the back and stain the jail mattress. Isn't that right, Loomis?
Oh, now, Sheriff, what you gotta go and say that for?
Loomis has more than his share of problems. I wouldn't invite him to the wedding. Or if you do, make sure he doesn't catch the garter. That could be embarrassing.
Oh, I wouldn't do nothing, Dwayne. But I sure would like a little garter than been around Stephanie's thigh.
Oh gosh, creep.
Well, that'd be right special.
Let's see, transient.
Say what?
Okay, let's talk about crime again. Transients.
We get a lot of bums, drifters passing through Harvest. Those people are never very healthy to start with. I figured they come to our fair town, look around, and decide it's a nice place to die.
You mean they drop dead here on a regular basis?
Like flies. I'd slap 'em all in jail if I could, but there's never enough room. Besides, they're pretty good about not sticking around long. Sure, it's a burden on Mr. Moynihan, though, having to bury them all. I only hope the PTA Lodge bake sale will help out along those lines.
It funds the moratorium?
Oh, I forgot. You've got amnesia. Mr. Moynihan operates both the Wayward Hotel and the mortuary. Kind of a double burden for the poor man. Transients always wandering in and looking for a place to crash, then croaking.
Maybe it's not a coincidence.
You mean a crime? Oh, no. Moynihan's charity only extends so far. He won't check them in, but he'll sure check them out quick enough. He figures if they can't pay for the room, to hell with them. But if they can't pay for the burial, it's hell for us. What with the smell and all. I guess you can't say too much against Moynihan. What with him letting you hold the wedding in his mortuary chapel and all.
Yeah.
Say what?
No. Okay. What was his name? Boyle?
Say what?
No. Ooh, how about the postmaster?
Say what?
Nope. Bye.
Stop on by any time, Steve.
All right, deputy.
Anything I can help you with?
I can get some secrets out of you. Coffee sure smells good.
Help yourself. Speaking of which, you're real lucky to be marrying Stephanie. She don't look like a good woman. I just hope she don't turn out like Mrs. Loomis, or mercy forbid Mrs. Phelps. Good women can be awful hard on a man's needs, don't you know?
Oh my. Tell me about a man's needs.
Why, you sure ought to appreciate what a man's gotta do sometimes in a parked car, or waist-high knothole in a tree, or jail cell at noon.
Oh my gosh.
Matter of fact, Mrs. Phelps got no reason not to sell you some of them French postcard girly picture books. If you can get any, it's see clear to part with them. Bring them round when the sheriff's at lunch, and I'd be obliged.
Okay, get him a porn mag. When the sheriff's not in.
Mrs. Phelps down at the general store don't help things none. She's got them special picture books, the one with the ladies. But she won't sell me none on account of she knows my wife, Mrs. Loomis. Dad gum if that don't burn my britches. If and I even ask about 'em, she tells Mrs. Loomis and I get the broom. Enough to break a man's heart, her burning my French postcards and me unable to replace them. A man's got needs, don't you know?
What's this about postcards?
Course, I don't necessarily mean French postcards. That's just what we called them in my day. Any kind of girly picture book, the kind men like, would be just dandy. I'd be right grateful, kiddo, if you were to bring me one.
Okay. Let's see, Mrs. Loomis.
Oh, gosh, I wish I had some of them girly pictures, but Mrs. Loomis won't let me keep them in the house. I still remember the time she caught me holding some of them pictures up with one hand. She took the broom to me. I have yelled like a hound dog, the broom going up and down, flashing straw and blood and straw, and I drooped. I was crying so bad, and it was so hard I had to crawl under the porch naked.
What did she do with the broom?
With all the black widow spiders, and I got bit something fierce. Little fangs are digging into my bare behind all over. I ask you, is that any way to treat a man? And Mrs. Phelps and the sheriff don't make it no easier neither.
Damn. Tell me about the sheriff.
If Sheriff Dwayne had a little kindness, he let me get around the little lady by letting me keep some of them picture books here, even if Mrs. Phelps would let me buy one. But see, he won't let me keep none here neither. He don't like me getting the jail mattress all marked up, don't you know?
Alright. Tell me about the mattress.
Sometimes a man can be good with a gun or a knife, but even so, one-handed and all, he can get a little off in his aim. Ain't no shame in it. That's why the good Lord made evaporation and such.
Oh
but the
gosh.
sheriff, he don't like it. It don't pay no mind to a man's needs no more than Mrs. Loomis. Bless her.
Oh boy, this guy's a character.
Anytime, kiddo.
Wow. Okay. Not what I expected. Definitely not what I expected. So this is the burned down newspaper building. Oops. Shovel sticking out of the building's ashes. Let's take it. What's left of the newspaper building after an extreme fire. But the plumbing held up. Okay. Can we use that shovel on the ashes? Oh, what do we got? Spot a few hidden remnants. The flyer for the bake sale. That's not particularly useful. But, hello! Postal worker's button. It looks like it was ripped from the cloth. Let's take a look at that. Can't view it. Okay. Okay. We got a fancy button. Post office button. Maybe the principal would be interested since he used to be a part of it.
Oops, you just lost me.
Never mind. Let's save over that. Can I whack him with a shovel? Yep, bye.
Drop in again.
Holy shit! You could just kill him. Oh my gosh, okay, hold on, I don't want to do that yet. You could just kill this man. Okay. I got a feeling that probably breaks the game. Fire station. Hello, fireman.
Please excuse the mess. They've done wonders with the upstairs bedroom. but this garage defies color coordination.
Bummer. It's a pink truck, okay. Firemen must have had a ton of time on their hands, no kidding. That dog got slapped. Go in. Oh, that's not gonna get old.
Don't bother me, I'm sketching. Oh, look what you made me do!
Hello, Steve. Welcome to the House of Flame, as we like to call it. Oh, cut it out, Spots, honestly. Once he gets barking, a good piece of meat is the only way to shut him up. There you go, Spot.
Good. I needed that.
So, Steve, bet you don't remember me. Heard about that short in the old wiring. I'm Fire Marshal Sparky, head of your fire department.
Where'd you hear about that?
Don't be silly. Everyone thinks that amnesia kick is a scream. Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, it's my job to keep abreast of developments in the community to better serve you, the public. I'm sure you'll be thrilled when you learn of the many civic improvements we have planned for your fire department.
Good.
Such as...
Well, don't tell any of the others, but I've secured a bolt of the most divine mauve material. I've hidden it because, well, if any of these Marys got a hold of it, it'd be gone in a jiffy. So I'd rather keep it hush-hush. I'm going to make new drapes for the firehouse, and if I have any left, cross your fingers, I'm going to make everyone matching mauve pillow cozies.
Those are civic improvements.
Don't be such a party pooper, Steve. We're talking about art. Besides, we haven't had a fire in Harvard since the newspaper building burned down. Though I'll admit that the Wasp Woman's place is one big accident waiting to happen. Isn't that right, Spots?
Good. Tell me about your art.
Art enriches the community, Steve. No less than a pulsing fire hose or a fireman beating down a blazing door. So what if we're drawing a nude man? So what if all we ever draw is a nude man, or the same nude man over and over in all sorts of provocative positions? Context, not content. Process, not subject. Don't be so gauche, Steve. It's beneath you.
Okay. Tell me about the newspaper fire.
A dreadful affair. You wouldn't think that a brick and steel building with a sprinkler system could go up that quickly.
We think it was arson?
Oh, please. Dwayne was glad enough to see the thing go up, and so was McKnight. If you could get into that safe in his wall... Forget it. Look, Steve, as far as I know, the fire was an accident. Let's just leave it at that. Now don't you go moving.
He hasn't moved yet? What about the Wasp Woman?
Some people think all we do is sit around, fetching examples of manhood for our own amusement. Nothing could be further from the truth. Why, just the other day we cited Tetsuo Crumb for fire code violations. All the dried out paper wasp nests clustered around our wooden house, why, it's a chemlog just waiting for the right faggot. Believe me, none of us wants to see another fiasco like the Sentinel fire.
Oh my gosh. That was about the Wasp Woman. Tell me about the sheriff.
Come again?
No. How about the lodge? What can you tell me about the lodge?
Come again?
No, guess nothing. How about Spots?
Spots is a dandy watchdog, but like the rest of us, he has one awful vice. None of us can resist a nice cut of meat.
Obviously.
Bye-bye.
Stop it! You're messing me up!
I don't converse on the job, Steve.
Professional. That's all there is, huh?
What's that got to do with me?
Apparently nothing. How about the button? Found this end there.
What's that got to do with me?
Okay, nothing then. Later. There's my way up. Well, that was entertaining. A hotel and a cemetery. Hold on. Oh, Mr. Johnson.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband-to-be?
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right? You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into.
Oh, bye.
If you haven't gotten into it already. Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat.
Oh my gosh.
So if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are?
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember? Glad you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the tucker. I could use a little relaxation.
Oh, this is
But
the
since
perv guy
Edna's
that
not here,
goes after
I might
Edna.
as well talk to you.
Okay. Tell me about Edna.
Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence, and her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
Oh my god.
Oh, why am I gonna ask about that?
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne? He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Oh my
I'll admit
gosh.
DNA's diner does good business. But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night? Can you wrap your thighs around it?
What?
Break bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails? Edna! Edna!
Oh boy.
So, how's Stephanie?
She's grounded.
Speaking of Stephanie, I still haven't gotten an invitation to the wedding yet.
I don't have anything to do with that.
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the honeymoon.
Oh my gosh.
You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage. It's plenty big. Believe you me. I'd drive you around. And I wouldn't look in the back seat. I guarantee it.
Oh my
If
gosh.
you'd like to come up
This
front
guy's a
and take
horn
the
dog.
wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay.
Alright, tell me about the Tucker.
Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball.
If that's a real Tucker, I could understand. Could I take a look at it?
Don't see why not, but don't touch her. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew.
The curfew, huh?
I don't take your meaning.
Alright. Tell me about the sheriff.
I don't take your meaning.
No. About Dwayne. Nope. Okay. Let's go back through this.
Edna.
She's got a kid. Oh, shoot.
Edna.
Don't double click.
Karen's only 5 years old.
She's 8.
Since Mr. Fitzpatrick passed away, in Edna's arms and legs, I might add, Edna's been raising Karen on her own. What a shame. To deprive a little girl of a positive male role model.
Oh my gosh.
And her mama of a fine, stiff penis.
Oh my gosh.
Karen's only 5 years old.
Okay.
Bye now.
That's... Oh. Manhole cupboard's locked in place. I am not ready for so much of this. Okay. Oh, shoot. Oh, boy. She really does have wasps everywhere. Cabinets are infested with wasps. Good. It's sealed shut with wasp nests. Okay, Miss Tetsuo Crumb.
It's not often that I get visitors.
I can't imagine.
Are you the wasp woman?
I am Tetsuo Crumb. The ignorant of harvest called me the wasp woman. A pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
What? Tell me about the honey.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the aesthetic versus the commercial. Because I choose to raise wasps instead of bees, I'm frowned upon by the community. Why? Well, raising bees is acceptable because they produce honey. But sometimes it's not what is produced, so much as what is performed.
I don't see any particular use for wasps.
Yeah, right.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining factor? More slender, more aerodynamic than the bee, the wasp is a joy to behold.
Covered in harvest logos.
Beautiful and juicy.
Juicy?
Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drawbacks?
What do you mean?
Well, as you can see, the little darlings do love to sting. Another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals. They sting only for a reason, for sacrifice. They have no conception of individual sensation, of pleasure.
Okay.
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement.
reading a little deep into
wasp
bees and
is
wasps.
promiscuous. They are not as sympathetic to the masses because they don't die when they sting. They live to sting another day, and they take pleasure from it.
Do they now?
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger. In truth, they are easily swayed to ecstasy. They penetrate your
Oh my
flesh,
gosh.
and the muscular contractions in their thorax as they pump venom could be likened to the muscular contractions of ejaculation. Each painful welt, an act of love.
Well.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. Wasps build nests and more wasps, nothing more. They spread into eaves and attics, not to make honey for supermarkets, but to buzz and rustle on their own paper, perpetuating their own agenda, growing stealthily, surely.
What
the
a
most relentless of insects.
Why? Yeah. Keep them away from innocent children.
Innocent children. What better way to describe the wasp? Carefree, wild, beautiful things. If they wish to share their love with babies, or any of the rest of you ignorant hicks, that is not my concern.
Okay. Anything on the lodge?
A triviality.
No. Okay, how about...
A triviality.
Yep. Bake sale?
A triviality.
No.
A triviality.
Hey, I don't think I'm getting much else out of you. Oh boy. Okay, the Potsdams, my house, general store. We've been to all those. We haven't been to the lodge, and we haven't been to the missile base. And then anything over here yet. Let's go to the hotel. No vacancy. Let's go in. Nice hat. PTA Bake Sale is on Friday. Ledger of Names, last being Jonathan Rhinecliffe. Checked in Monday. Mr.
Stephen,
Moynihan.
Who are you? I am Daniel Moynihan, mortician and proprietor of the Wayward Hotel.
Most people ask me why I don't remember their names.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Besides, as one who deals with the dead, I try not to involve myself in the affairs of the living. Your loss of memory is of no concern to me, true or false. Ironic, considering my recent involvement in a charity event.
Oh. What are you talking about?
My complaints were central to the scheduling of the upcoming Harvest Bake Sale. I'm gratified the Order of the Harvest Moon got involved. The proceeds will certainly help cover my losses.
Tell me about your losses.
It seems that, like some elephant's graveyard, people of low station come to Harvest to die. They simply drop dead, penniless, and they all need burials. God knows, by putting these people up at the Wayward Hotel, I do more than my fair share. So why must I pay for the coffins and burial materials as well? My losses to the dead are substantial. Hopefully the bake sale will offset some of them.
How about this bake sale?
This bake sale is a joint effort of the Harvest PTA and the Order of the Harvest Moon. The proceeds will be used to set up a fund for transients. In other words, bums and societal rejects without families who wander into Harvest uninvited.
Then the Order is setting up shelters for the homeless?
Not shelters. Graves. You see a great number of these hobos die while passing through.
Do we?
Don't ask me why, it's what those people do. Use your common sense, Stephen, memory or no. If they were involved in setting up homeless shelters, then why would I be involved? And why would I be sustaining losses?
Well, obviously you're the one taking care of it.
As always, the Order of the Harvest Moon has taken the lead in addressing our societal ills. Through their sponsorship
Oh,
of
the
the
blood drive,
and
yeah.
bake sale, the lodge ensures that all our needs are met.
Needs? Such as?
Pardon me, there are corpses to prepare. And my losses have been substantial of late. If you're sincerely interested in the Order, however, you should stop by the lodge and speak with the Sergeant-at-Arms.
Why should I be interested, Mr. Moynihan?
Of all the spots in Harvest, the lodge is the most prominent, literally and figuratively. It is the ambition of everyone here to join. And join you must to attain wisdom.
What kind of wisdom?
If I knew, I'd be a member.
True.
I have the feeling you have what it takes to join the Order, Stephen. We all believe that. Whether or not you live up to your potential is up to you.
Okay. What about the blood drive?
You're spouting gibberish.
So I am.
You're spout.
Yeah, I figured.
I'd say it's been a pleasure, but I find the company of the living so wearisome.
I bet you do. Okay. That was the hotel. That's, oh boy. The cemetery at the back of the lodge. Should we grab a shovel? Robbo Williams. May your fantasies be forever gory. Oh, of course, it's raining here. Not even glue could save him. Rest in peace, Elmer. Oh, realize Boxcar Willie. Freddie Mercedes, too much love will kill you. Air here reeks of fresh soil and manure. Headstone in this grave reads... Oh, that's... Jonathan Rhinecliffe just checked in. Scotty Backer, we shall rest easily without you. Another unknown visitor. Tombstone is unmarked. Exit. Can't do anything about these. Okay. Another resting place among the graves. They're sealed shut. The Potsdam Family Crypt. Oh my. They've got some money. Okay, well, looks like all I'm doing in the graveyard. Okay, I think we can put the shovel away now. All right, What's left? The mortuary. Professionally kept landscape. These votive candles have been lit by many well-wishers for the dead, or one well-wisher with a lot of matches. Empty coat tree. Okay, Jonathan Rhinecliff did pass. Pair of comfy-looking sofas. What's in the back? Oh, you're here too.
Young man, we really have nothing to say to each other. I have the feeling your image shall soon adorn my slab, and I'd rather not know the face of the meat I'm slicing.
Okay, bye.
I'd say it's been a
A disembodied organ which was never meant to pump formaldehyde. Nothing to do in the cupboards. A pair of bloody handprints smeared across the glass. Glue. New tube of astro glue. Yoink.
You can't have that, Stephen. I need it for my work.
I was only gonna borrow it.
Indeed. And have you anything I could hold as security?
Security? Like what? Money?
I'm afraid that's not good enough. I need that glue for my work. You must present me with something significant if you'd have me part with it.
Huh. What's significant to you? About a signed picture.
Why should I?
Okay, maybe not. How about this button?
Why should I?
No. Okay, I think that's all. Baked with indifference. What's up here? Small lectern for a priest. The imprint of a head, buttocks, and sliding heels are scraped into the thick dust of the pew. Lovely. What is this? A hauntingly beautiful stained glass window, in which a man holds a scythe in one hand and some ethereal power in the other. Empty vessel. Okay. Nothing to do here either. So if I want glue, he wants something in exchange. I think that's every place that's not the lodge or the missile base. Let's check out missile base. He's got no legs.
Halt! Who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
Oh my.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien.
Oh.
You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation.
Nuclear missiles.
Keeping America safe from those who would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war.
The entire lower torso.
Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that. They owed me. I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me. Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military.
Well, they might be
That's why
right.
they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles.
Oh, boy. Where's the button?
Why are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a bunch, mister. The button is perfectly safe. I keep it on my person all the time.
Right under him.
No commie bastard is getting his mitts on this button. No siree, Bob. No one initiates a nuclear holocaust in Harvest except me.
Oh, boy.
Now, doesn't that make you feel better?
No. Tell me about the commie bastards.
Frankly, all these questions are making me a little suspicious of you. Maybe you're one of those pink-blooded Americans. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't shoot you right now?
No, not really.
I appreciate your honesty, comrade.
Oh no! Wow. Game over. Wow. That's incredible. All right, let's go through that one more time. Yep. We're going through
Colonel, the got well. That that's.
Tell me about the button.
Why? I keep it on my person all the.
Yes, you do.
No commie.
Tell me about the commies.
Right. Can you?
Okay. You can't shoot me. I'm an American. I have rights.
Rights, huh? Your average commie bastard is always only too ready to hide behind the Constitution. Real Americans waive their rights for the common good. Would you?
Sure, for this great country of ours.
You talk a good game, mister. But so does your average commie bastard. The Kremlin teaches its agents to talk their way out of a scrape. What do you think about that, son?
I don't think much about stuff like that, Colonel.
Glad to hear it, son. You had me going there for a minute, asking all those questions about this base. Came this close to getting blown away. As it is, maybe you ought to get out of here before I change my mind. Go visit those Ponzi firemen. But whatever you do, stay away from that damn lodge. That's the most suspicious place in Harvest, if you ask me.
What about the firemen?
I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job. Those firemen are a damn peculiar bunch of ladies. I thought they'd object to my lack of a lower body, but they wouldn't let me join the fire department because they said I couldn't draw naked men. Can't draw naked men? Who the hell wants to? I could draw one if I was a sick commie pervert. Look, I did this last night. What do you think?
Oh my gosh. Art's for commies, anyway.
You don't say. Then you'd better go reconnoiter the fire station, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there. Determine if commie infiltration has occurred in Harvest, and report back here. Your report could make the difference in what I decide to do.
About what, Colonel?
Yeah.
Never mind that, son. It's easier if you don't know.
Oh boy. Tell me about your lower torso.
You say before you came to Harvest, your lower torso was shot off in the war?
That's right. I was behind enemy lines. The night was dark. The rain wet. Plastique I was supposed to rig the bridge with, precariously sandwiched between my knees as I crawled in the muddy mud.
The muddy mud.
I didn't see the Jerry taking aim at me with his machine gun until half of me was flying through the air. With a quick spray of bullets in a straight line, he'd shot my body clean in two. My lower body landed at that Jerry's feet. I can still hear him laughing as I started crawling in the general direction of England, calling behind me in broken English, "Mein Freund, where is your legs? Looky, what have we here? Some legs? Hey, did anyone lose some legs?" I'll never forget looking back over my shoulder and seeing that crowd doing the can-can with my legs. Still a few weeks later, with only my compass and a pair of nylons, I made it back to safety. Now the Krauts are our friends and the commie bastards are our enemies. But even so, there's at least one crowd out there that I'll never invite over to Sunday dinner.
There you go. Alright, tell me about Harvest.
Harvest is a fine town, steeped in traditional American values. But that lodge, well, it makes me suspicious, don't mind saying it. They've got their fingers into everything around here. Like a certain red commie bastard menace which shall be nameless.
I'll be sure to stay away from the lodge.
You read me wrong, mister.
What?
I think you should join the lodge, infiltrate it, and report back on any red sympathizers.
Okay.
Your report could affect my decision on what I've got to do.
Tell me more about the lodge.
I don't follow.
Okay, then let's talk about Harvest again.
Harvest is a fine town.
I've decided to join the
That
lodge.
might work out for the best, mister. I think you should join the lodge. Your report could have...
Okay.
I don't follow.
No, you don't. How about that plane back there?
I don't follow.
No. No, I think we're good here.
Remember, duck and cover.
This base is well stocked with missiles.
Bolt, it's just me. What do you want? Did the llamas send you?
The llamas? Of course they did.
I knew it. They won't leave me alone. Them and the kookaburras. 9! 9!
I'm dead again! No! Oh. What a goofy game. Okay. Fly through this information again.
Oh.
Oh, that...
So,
who...
Colonel...
Yep.
Well,
so, that's... Those penny... That's one...
Intestines and aliens. Emotional instability.
of course, they wouldn't have given you the, button if you were really, say, emotionally unstable.
Of course not. I was given a full exam by my captors in the concentration camp when I was captured during my second penetration behind enemy lines. A year after I lost my lower torso. It was quite thorough.
What did it say?
I don't know. I can't read German. Okay, yeah, you can't get shot in two equal but separate portions without feeling a little down. Who wouldn't? That doesn't mean I'm unbalanced. A little lighter, maybe, but my balance is fine. Still, is it abnormal to harbor doubts late at night when your boots in the corner mock you? Is it sick to want to poke them in their eyelets and rip out their laughing tongues? Then you feel bad, and you invite them under the covers with you, but will they come? Oh no! Spit and polish, tromp, 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 a long, long way to Tipperary. especially when you're waddling on your hands. Get some gloves, they say, in their high-pitched little voices, and snicker in the bootlocker, talking to my jockstrap behind my back. They all deserve a good nuclear holocaust.
Really?
Son, when you've had your body shot in half, you know a thing or two about fear. You learn that when something actually happens, it's never as bad as you imagine it would be. Oh, sure, I can't write my name in the snow. I had to shell out a few simoleons for portable IV drips, colostomy bags, and so on. The pain is hardly what I'd call constant. I have my good days when I pass out completely. We're never asked to endure more than we're capable of handling, mister. Folks would die in a nuclear holocaust, but nobody would die who wasn't going to die anyway, sooner or later.
Fair.
And the rest of us? Why, we'd take a little R&R at the old radiation bunker, climb out in 2 weeks, and go back to work, refreshed and ready to contribute as productive members of society again.
Only 2 weeks?
Makes me wonder why I don't just push the button and take me a nice vacation. Can you give me any reason why I shouldn't?
Be nice, but we've all got orders to follow.
You're right, soldier. I'm sorry. Sometimes the intense pain clouds my mind. The kookaburras start whispering to me about the pretty mangoes in the high trees, and I know they can see me. They see all of us. Can't you hear them? Chattering with the llamas behind our backs? They want our cornflakes, but they won't take the milk!
Tell me about the kookaburras.
Have you lost your mind? You think you can toy with me just because I have no Lord Torso?
Oh, gosh.
You damn kid, you! Or maybe you're one of those commie bastards.
Tell me about the llamas.
Have you lost your mind?
Nope, not a commie.
Frankly, all these... Can you...
Can't shoot me, I have rights.
Rights, huh?
Yep, yep, sure I would.
You talk...
I don't think much about stuff like that.
Glad to hear it, son.
Okay, are you gonna go back into crazy mode if I talk about llamas?
Have you lost your mind?
Yep, you do. Okay, firemen.
I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job.
Okay, this is the picture again.
I did this last night. What do you think?
Screw you. Art's for commies anyway.
You don't say. Then you'd better go reconnoiter the fire. Your report could...
About what?
Never mind that.
Okay, let's talk about Harvest again.
Harvest.
I've decided to join the lodge. Yep.
Remember.
Duck and cover. Okay, hold on. Save it.
Bolt. It's just me. What do you want?
Did the llamas send
Did
you?
the llamas send you?
No, they fear me.
That's good. Someone has to keep them in check. I'm glad you stopped by again. I want you to infiltrate those firemen, mister. There's a lot of art going on over there.
Okay. I've been to the fire station.
I wanted to get...
Oh, yeah, I don't need to see that again.
You don't... You're... About... Never...
Okay.
Remember...
Let's leave, then. Let's go see the firemen. Hey, Sparky.
Can't talk now, Steve. I'm inspired.
Let's talk about the Colonel.
Come again?
No?
Bye-bye.
Stop it! You're messing me up! I don't converse on the job.
Alright, nothing to it then.
Sorry, Steve. After I'm through here, I've got cleaning to do. Rush, rush.
Okay. They're pink for sure, but not necessarily commies. I think that only leaves the lodge. Oh boy. Alarming green sludge oozes from the drain. From the Dark Ages, yeah. Red eyes gleam eerie malevolence from the darkness.
Only initiates may enter the hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon.
Did you say something?
I did not speak, but my mind touched yours.
Telepathy? But how?
Only those who seek enlightenment warrant my attention. Do you hunger for true knowledge?
Absolutely.
There are always obstacles to the path. You must first fill out an application to be considered for initiation into the mysteries.
I'll take an application then.
Applications are available at the post office. Postmaster Boyle disseminates them to the uninitiated. I do not sully my hands.
Then I just fill it out and return it to you, or what?
You may find it difficult to obtain an application. You will no doubt need to find some way to persuade Postmaster Boyle to give you one in the middle of the month, as it is against his rules. When you do, however, bring it to me, and if you are worthy, you will be put to the test.
Okay. So we need to get an application out of the postmaster then. I'm back.
Sorry, son, no time to talk. Neither rain nor sleet nor snow nor hell shall keep the mail from it.
Hey, how about this button I found?
What's that you say?
Oh, that you've got.
Oh, yes, my button. It's been missing for months now. I keep meaning to get another, but, well, the button's very distinctive. I'd have to file an S-411 with Washington to get another, and I just don't need the extra paperwork. Sure wish I could find it.
I think I have it, though.
Next time you post.
Is this your button?
My button? Why, I lost that months ago. Where did you find it?
Funny thing, that. I found it in the ashes. At the newspaper building.
What are you implying? That I had something to do with setting the fire? Preposterous. Why, 100 people must have visited that site since the fire.
Mm-hmm. But none of them had buttons like this.
You just try showing that button to Sheriff Duane, son. He'll laugh you right out of his office.
Oh, is that a promise? Okay. We'll do it. He's not here. Okay, then let's go get the magazine from the general store. Tommy, you are being obnoxious. Okay. Quarter. Here you go.
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter.
Then why do you sell them?
Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
No doubt. Do I have it now? Yes, I do. Thank you. Alright, let's go see the deputy. At the police station. Oh, Deputy Loomis. I got something for you.
Oh. Oh. By George. Oh, by Jiminy. Oh, this here's the real thing. Oh. Can I have it?
Sure. Well, no.
Oh. Oh. Think it over, okay? Yeah.
Okay, so looks like I need to give it to him.
Oh.
Sure.
Oh. Oh, thank you, Steve. Excuse me, kiddo. I gotta go check the jail for clean towels.
And off he goes. Alright. Unlocked. What do we got? A note. Checkbook. And a key to the evidence room. Let's snatch that. Okay, got a lot of goodies from there. What's the note say? Sheriff, if you think I'm going to keep paying this forever, you are crazy. There are limits. Okay. Something from Boyle. Deposit from Boyle. Oh boy, he's getting a lot of money. And what's that line there? Check to Edna's, $4.61. Deposit Boyle, Boyle. And then something fancy up there. And a phone number. Door's locked, but I have a key. Let's go in. Not surprisingly, Loomis has tainted this evidence. Oh my gosh. From the smell of it, you wouldn't want to open the fridge. Fair enough. Instant shot camera, point and click. Bathroom kit, missing its razor. He did not like green eggs and ham, so they killed him. Illegal lawn dart. Pair of bloody sneakers. I need sneakers. And a camera. Its own brand of smokes. Santa hat. Dartboard. And a gas can. Bear wielding a chainsaw. Binoculars without lenses. Plane. A VW engine. A plunger. Clearly an imprudent little Vino with a big nose and a woody finish. Toast. The most improbable of all murder weapons. Toast. Okay, I think I've got what I need. Uh-oh.
Hello, Steve. Where's Loomis?
You'll be coming around the mountain if you come. Oh, that's
Loomis, damn you!
Wait, no. You pervert! No! No!
Straining up the mattress again! Folding up the towels! Charming snake!
Oh my gosh. Let's scoot. Okay, so we got a few new things. The note, a camera, gas can, sneakers. Okay, let's go see Jimmy James, I think it was Jimmy James. That was at my house. Oh, where's the little bastard? Shoot. Where am I gonna find Jimmy James? Nope. Kids wandered off somewhere. Okay. He threw a rock over here earlier. Okay, nothing going on here still. Okay. Let's hit the post office then. Confronting Boyle.
Sorry, son. Nope. Next time.
Okay, how about show you the note?
What does this mean?
You know why the sheriff is blackmailing you?
This is unexpected and awkward. But my luck's been bad ever since Dwayne found that darn gas can at the newspaper building the day after the fire. He has this insane notion that it's mine. I pay him not because I'm guilty, but because I don't want him slurring my good name around Harvest.
Oh, naturally.
You know, he keeps that gas can in the evidence room at his office. I'd be really grateful to whoever could fetch me that can. Grateful enough to provide him with a lodge application. Oh, and Steve, you'll keep this to yourself. If you're smart.
Oh, I'm smart. Here you go. I have a gas can for you.
Oh my God. I can't believe it. After all this time.
Where's my application, Boyle?
Here, take it. With my thanks. You know, this morning as I was making my rounds, I noticed an awful lot of television aerials on the roofs. Seems like more and more each day. You got me this can just in time, youngster. I may have need of it again.
You're the arson,
What do you mean?
There's another reason why Sheriff Dwayne didn't investigate the Sentinel fire. If you'd like to get something else on the blackmailing bastard, check around the television station. While you still can.
Fair enough. Where's my application? Are you allergic to any of the following? Okay. Can I combine the pen with that?
That's a ticket.
There we go. Did we fill it out? Steve? Nobody will tell me. How often do you eat meat? 3 times a day. Do you ever have... whatever that is? I don't even know what that is. All applicants will be notified of their status immediately. That's difficult to read. This blind lady's still trying to read her mail. Okay, well, not much confrontation. Filled out application. What do I want to do next? Needed something. Trade for the glue, but I don't know a reason for it. But he did say go to the police station. Or TV station, rather. What's over here? Mr. McKnight, hello. An assortment of empty cubicles.
Hey, Sport. This is a private office.
No, you're a
Yeah,
douchebag.
I know, Mr.
McKnight. I own and operate this station. Have you brought me some news for tonight's broadcast, or...
I've lost my memory. That's news.
The hell it is! You always were a kidder, Steve. Any real news to tell me?
Well...
Actually, I was just wanting to know more about the TV station.
Hey, WHAR is the only television station in Harvest. Since the old Sentinel went under, What with the newspaper building burning down and all?
this is...
We're golden. Nobody competes with us, sport.
This is what the sheriff, what an odd coincidence.
Hey now, sport, that's an irresponsible allegation. I had nothing to do with that fire. Just because WHAR may have benefited from it and I danced on the ashes a little doesn't mean I torched the place. You can ask Sheriff Dwayne if you have any doubts.
You seem awfully touchy on the subject, sport.
I'm touchy when people try to muscle their way into my business. I'd appreciate it if you'd leave my office and don't come back. Don't hurry back.
Well, do I have anything that's gonna be important here? How about this?
Oh, now, sport, this is really interesting. Boyle's done something wrong, otherwise the sheriff wouldn't be blackmailing him. But what? God, I'd love to nail him to the wall.
Yeah, and don't forget about the sheriff. Dwayne is a blackmailer after all.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I've decided not to run with this story.
What? But this is all the evidence you need for your newscast. Evidence of a blackmail situation. Canceled checks, a ledger.
Sorry, sport. No can do. Matter of fact, I think I may have to shoot the sheriff a private little newscast about this.
Oh boy, that might be a problem. How about this?
Oh, now, sport, this is...
Yeah, and...
Oh.
What?
Sorry.
Nah, you don't need to tell him.
Can't talk now, but...
How about the fire?
Why, you're spouting no...
Sure am. McKnight.
Why, you're...
Nope.
Happy trail.
You're useless.
I see you've managed to acquire an application. That demonstrates resourcefulness, a desirable trait for prospective members. You need a rest. Report back here for your next assignment.
Oh my.
Welcome to our order.
Meat. You sleep in jeans? Oh my goodness. Okay, still empty. Alright, let's take a break here. Day 2? This is fun. I'll come back to this real soon.